Warning, in warning, incoming game over. Warning, incoming game over.
Alright, welcome, Calgary Flames fans. My name is Anand, your host of Game Over Calgary. It has been a little while. Thanks for joining me this evening. I see already Matsy in the chat. Matsy, welcome aboard. Thanks for spending the time and the evening with us as the Vegas Golden Knights take fort at in Vegas by a score of 3-0. We'll discuss everything you want to know about. We can answer your questions. We can do kind of a mini year in review as well, as this will be my last episode of this year before we move on to the next year. So perfect time to do a year in review before the next game, which is on New Year's Eve. I won't be on that post game show. It will be me after the new year. So we'll talk about year in review. We'll talk about what we need to look ahead for, what the schedule is, all much more on Game Over Calgary. But as always, Hyperdrive Hockey. Shift into Hyperdrive and get ready to have some fun with the new source for all the biggest stories in hockey, bringing a unique style of broadcasting and commentary with a Quebecois flavor. Hyperdrive Hockey combines top tier hockey analysis, big stories, pop culture, and a damn fun atmosphere that will drive debate, make you think, and more. Join Max Van Houte, Daphne Malabov, and Kevin Lemaire every Tuesday and Wednesday for your fill on the hockey world. Watch on YouTube on the Game Over Network channel like you're doing right now, or subscribe to the podcast on Apple, Spotify, or Amazon. Head to our website, thegameovernetwork.com, for more information. So, once again, welcome everybody. Thanks for tuning in, especially Matsy and the three of you who are watching. This evening, my name is Anand once again, and we are talking about the Vegas Golden Knights defeating the Calgary Flames by a score of 3-0. Of course, Calgary Flames played a great game. Um, Not the full 60 minutes. They had some up and downs. We'll talk about that shortly. We'll talk about how special teams might have had a flip over script as well. We'll talk about that shortly. But bring your questions, bring your thoughts as we go live. We'll start with the first period, of course. And I want to talk about goaltending. That has been, I think, probably the biggest story of this season so far. Whether you agree with me or not, but I think both Dan Vladar and Dustin Wolf have kept Flames in games, and you saw that this period, first period as well. Dan Vladar, amazing. At least four of the key saves that kept Flames still in the game and scoreless in the first period. Once again, no score in the first period. It didn't come until the second period, and then third period, Vegas took it all, playing it all, and we'll talk about everything. But Dan Vladar once again, massive key saves. Dustin Wolf, couple wins in a row for him when he starts. So yeah, but especially Dan Vladar tonight, he didn't look as if he missed any games though. Like he has been backing up Dustin Wolf, but he still looks outstanding. So we'll see who they go to next on against Vancouver Canucks on New Year's Eve game. It will be interesting because A, you can do Dan Vladar still because he was fantastic, or B, you can do Dustin Wolf if you want to party at the Dome. I don't know what the Flames will do. It's the Calgary Flames, of course. They make the decisions, not me. So there are two options you can go with goaltending wise. Apart from that, first period, the Flames also played really well. They won ample of face-offs. They looked strong. They didn't look like a team they were coming from back to back. And we expected a loss, maybe because of the back to back. But Flames had it in them for till rest of the third period. And I think I salute their effort and how they played tonight and how they said. And referring to Matt C's point here, Coronado is the only guy who even looks somewhat dangerous around goal. Absolutely, Matt C. Matt C supporting Mac Coronado. Of course, Coronado has been dangerous. He'll continue to be dangerous. That AHL stint for him, that has been amazing. I love Coronado. Once again, towards the end, we'll do a quick year in review. We'll talk about a few players that I want to talk about and a whole lot more. But once again, the Flames losing to the Vegas Golden Knights by a score of 3-0. Once again, no scoring in the first period. But the Flames were active. They came out of the gates well. They didn't look tired like they do on most back-to-backs or road trips, which was a good sign probably. But now, another question is, how can they get the scoring going? They have the great roster on paper, but they don't have the elite talent to score. They need to somehow take all the shots that you need to be successful. I think they're not endangering the goaltender, the opponent goaltender, as much as I would like. I think if they can take the shots until they miss it, I'll be fine with that. But I think the Flames need to focus on taking a lot more shots. Of course, they had about 30 shots tonight. They were to run Samsonov, but Samsonov, another absolute beast on the goaltender. So I think tonight was all about mainly a goaltender battle, because especially in the first period, scoreless, and both goaltenders at both ends making saves. And like Matt C talked about, Coronado was the most dangerous person around the net. Impressive rookie performance. And that's how where we stand. Scoreless in the first period for the Calgary Flames. I wouldn't fault any of the things they did in the first period. Everything was decent. One thing I want to talk about though, Kuzmenko, his addition back to the team. Not sure how that fed out tonight. We'll talk about that shortly in the third period when we do a year in review. Keep the chat going as well. Bring your questions or your thoughts. Ask me questions. Or you can also give me predictions of what you want to see. You can grade players if you want. We can do some player grades if you want to let me know how players have done this season so far. But the Flames still in that mix. We don't know just yet where they will end up at end of the season. They are close to that playoff spot. They have like 41 points now. But they have a few struggling factors. Face-offs is number one. Scoring is another one. They can't seem to get past that 3-goal scoring mark. It's been a while again. And third, they're not scoring enough. And then special teams as well. So will they make it to the playoffs at the end of the season? Still to be decided. Still early, I would say. Wait until the New Year break. Wait until January. There are a good stretch of back-to-back games coming for the Calgary Flames. So, it will be interesting. Alright, that's your first period scoring. That will be your first period scoring summary. We'll take a shift into second period, where we'll give our kudos to Game Over has you covered after the game. But in order to get you ready to watch the favorite team or your favorite sport in general, you have got to get your game on too. Game on Hockey is a short form daily news podcast covering everything you need to know about the hockey world in under 10 minutes. Hosted by Graham Moisman, Monday through Friday on the Game Over Network YouTube channel and a podcast form, which you can find at the Game Over Network Calgary, gameovernetwork.com. Game On also features you local shows for each Canadian market with hosts local to that market, giving you fun, rapid information. Alright, let's head into the second period where Vegas Golden Knights opened the scoring, and that was of a regular 5-on-5 goal by Howden, assisted by Petrangelo. They originally gave that goal to Petrangelo, but he was given the assist and assisted by Pearson as well. That's how Vegas Golden Knights get it to 1-0. Wanted to talk about this